well. So I'm here to do a 6 hour I zone out and color kind of challenge. And the reason I've decided to do that is I was actually supposed to be on my way to Munich right now. So this weekend, my company was supposed to have like a retreat. So today's Tuesday, and I was supposed to go out to Munich and, meet my colleagues for the first time ever. With the pandemic and everything, we've just never had a chance to meet in person. And there was all these plans, there was like a weekend trip planned. And unfortunately, today, an hour before my train departure time, the whole thing was canceled because there is a really, really big spike in Rona cases in Bavaria right now. So I'm just kind of not in the best of moods because I was just really excited to go. I've never been to Munich and, I was just really excited to meet my colleagues. So I figured I could zone out, maybe watch some YouTube videos, maybe listen to an audiobook and do some coloring. So I have a couple whips going that I would love to finish up, and I figured 5 hours was a good time frame, right? So the one I currently have going is in my Disney Hatchet Heroes Princess book, and it looks like this. So I'm on number 4 for color out of, well, it goes all the way up to R. So there's a lot of different colors in this one. I started quite recently, maybe like 15 minutes ago or something. So this is the one whip that I would love to finish. Let me get the second one. The second one is in my Fairy Story Special from Coloring Heaven. I've had this one going for quite some time now, and I just need to finish it because I still have the pencils like laying out all over my table. So this one also I would love to complete today. So I guess my goal is mainly to finish those 2 pages, and then if I'm able to complete both of them, because this one's quite detailed, and you must be thinking like 5 hours is a long time. I'm super slow at coloring. I would love to complete both of those, and then I do feel like doing some more pencil work, so I think I'm going to snag up maybe a Rita Berman book. So that's kind of the plan, and I figured maybe I could do a check-in every hour, so there's going to be a total of 5, right? So it is currently, let me pull up, it is 7:30 in the evening, so I'm going to stay up way past my bedtime because I'm an adult, darn it. And I'm just salty I didn't get to do my weekend trip. So I will check in an hour, and hopefully this looks much better. Hi everyone, I am here with my first check-in. So I've done a bit, I've made some progress. I've been working on this dress, and I'll be honest, I'm really frustrated with the way it's looking. I've been trying to layer some pencil over it. This is a Prisma. Just to make it a little bit better. I think it looks horrendous. It reminds me of like tree bark. I don't know. I'm using my Staedtler, like these dual-sided markers in here like I usually do. Unfortunately, this color is dying out, so that's why it's being all sorts of streaky and weird. So that's highly unfortunate because I was really looking forward to this page, and I thought it was looking really nice right up until this part. I was hoping the Prismas would like save the situation. However, all they've done, as you can see, is just make it more brown, which is really not what I was looking for. The coloring was supposed to help me feel better about my trip being canceled. Instead, I'm just getting frustrated with my markers. That's fine. But yeah, it's been officially an hour. It's 8:30 here. I'm gonna continue coloring, trying to salvage this dress situation. I don't know if that's possible at this point though. And yeah, I'll check in again in an hour. I've been thinking about what kind of book I want to color in once I'm finished with the 2 whips that I showed at the beginning. But also, like, you can see my speed is not speedy. I'm not a speedy speeder. So hopefully I can finish the 2 whips within 5 hours. If I can't, that's quite impressive in a bad way. But once I finish them, I have two options. Well, I have more than two options, but I was thinking of two different options of what I can color. I have a Disney Princesses book, not color by number, that I've had for a couple of months and I just haven't colored in yet. Or there's a Jessica Mazurkovics book that I own. It's called like Happy Hygge or something like that. And Happy Home Hygge coloring book, maybe. And I haven't colored in that one in a couple of months because it's very much more of a chilly weather kind of book, because there's a lot of like hot tea and like blankets and those kind of things in the book, and that would just be kind of weird for me to color that like in the summertime. Like I would feel weird. So I've been holding off on that one, but yeah, I think I'll color either in the Disney book or the Jessica Mazurkovics book. In all honesty, I've been wanting to practice my skills of laying down an alcohol marker base and then going over it with colored pencils. That's not something that I do very often, but it's something that I would like to improve at. And I think both of those books would give me the opportunity to do so, because usually when I use alcohol markers, it's just in my mandala books. So I'm quite excited to work on that because I think it could be a nice skill to get better at and to have. Gosh, this looks horrendous. So that's kind of my plan for right now, but it really, really obviously depends on how much I can get done in here and in my Coloring Heaven magazine. I really don't want to start another image. I don't enjoy having working progresses. I prefer to finish my pages because I leave the materials out for the image that I'm working on, and my desk quickly becomes a hot mess. And my desk is also what I use for work and for schoolwork. Like I don't have a separate coloring space, so I just cannot have many pictures going at the same time because my desk just gets overwhelmed with colored pencils and markers and sharpeners and everything in between. So as I'm making this much worse, love it, love a good disaster. I will check in again in an hour when it will be 9:30 p.m. This looks horrible, but let's just focus on the top. That looks so much better. But I will see everybody in an hour. Folks, it is 9:32 and I have finished the page. So happy. So it looks like this at the end. Again, I'm really upset about the skirt, but if we hide that, I think the picture turned out quite nicely. I did end up having to pull in one Crayola Super Tip, this dark green that you see. My dark green in my Stadlers died a long time ago. But yeah, so I'm glad I was able to finish this page. I haven't worked on this book in months. I recently uploaded, well, yesterday I think, a video of my Hatchet Heroes collection, and this was in there, and I felt really guilty for not having colored that much in here. I think I had like maybe 6 pages done, so I'm glad to get another one. But as you saw, this took me over 2 hours. Well, yeah, over 2 hours. Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. Because these are quite detailed as compared to their other books. And then also this has a lot of horizontal images, which in full honesty, I'm not the biggest fan of. So, because when I was flipping through this, I was trying to find one on the right side because I prefer the images on the right side. And I think all of them were horizontal. Obviously this one isn't. Then this one's horizontal. So the first one was the page 10. So yeah, that is this book. It came out, I think, spring 2021, if I'm not mistaken. It could have been February 2021, but it was beginning of this year. And yeah, now that I'm done with this, I am going to move on to my other outstanding whip, which is the Fairy Story Special, which I currently have looking like this. I am using a combination of Prismacolors in here. I have a 12 pack of Prismas, so I obviously can't do the whole image. But yeah, it's Prismas and my Brute Funners. I am not happy with her hair. That was my first time ever coloring hair. It's not great, but I don't think it's awful, but it's definitely something I need to work on more. But I think next I'm going to tackle like this structure back here. I can't figure out if this behind her is water, grass, dirt, like what is it? I think I'm gonna make it like a lawn, so I'm thinking I'm gonna do it in green. I'm also really scared to color her skin. So yeah, this picture has taken me a little bit longer than it should because of the fact that I had the hair and the skin tones. So it's been a little intimidating, but I'll come back to it now and color it. And then I also had in mind to do these like little details on the collar here in glitter gel pen. I was thinking like a nice golden shimmer would be eye-catching, but I really like how the roses are looking in here so far. So yeah, I will check in an hour at 10:30, and hopefully, fingers crossed, my goal is to have this thing done and maybe the lawn behind her, because that would be wonderful. And again, just I'm a slow colorist, so I'm doing my best, but things do take me quite a while. But I will check in again in an hour. And it is officially 10:30, so I'm doing my next check-in. And I was actually able to get more done than I thought I would, which is lovely. So I was able to do the greenery back here. I did the pillars. I also did a little bit of shading on the clouds. And then I, of course, also did her skin. I think it's okay. This is my first time ever coloring a skin tone. She's a little too peachy for my liking, but I definitely don't think it's awful. So the last thing I have pending is the beast himself. So I started doing shading with, where is this pencil? With my gold Faber-Castell. I also have a 12-pack of these. So when I was over in the States a month ago, I bought a 12-pack of these and the Prismas. So I'm just going in and doing shading just a little bit. Originally I wanted to do, well, as you can see here, I kind of started a little bit with Prismacolors, but they are just a little, they're obviously very soft, so these are a bit more on the, I don't want to say dry side, because that sounds like a negative, but they're definitely not as buttery as Prismas. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going in and just outlining the darker areas. I think I'm going to try to do the entire beast in these pencils, assuming I obviously have the colors in the 12-pack. But yeah, I'm actually kind of proud of myself for getting that much done. I'll definitely be finishing him in the next hour, which is really exciting, which means I was able to finish 2 whips in my little coloring challenge here that I did. And then I'll move on to another picture, which I probably will not finish, but it's fine. So I am going to move on and work more on this, and hopefully in the next check-in it's going to be all done. It is officially 11:30 and I have finished this picture. I am so proud of myself for completing it, because this has been a whip for some time. So after I finished, this guy, I almost said this little guy, but he's not little. I went in with a little bit of shiny. I hope you could see a little bit on her dress. So I did a little bit in the skirt, then obviously like up here, and then also his entire collar, if you could see, has some shine to it. So that is possibly my new favorite gel pen. Let me find it. This, and I talked about this pen in I think my last monthly wrap up, but it's the Edding 2185. I got this one for my birthday, including a silver one, and I loved him so much that I bought a set off of Amazon. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. It looks like this. This is an additional set that I bought that has also other colors in it. Would 1000% recommend these pens. They're incredible. But that's what I did for the outline here. And then also that's what's in like these lines in her skirt. But then the inside here is actually these metallic markers. Also got them off of Amazon a long time ago, but they look like this and they're quite metallic. I think the set had 6 or 7. I like them. I tend to whip them out just to do detail work on some of my pages. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. I think the glitter or the little shine adds a little something. I had to stop myself because I was really tempted to just continue adding little details, but that's just because I like that pen so much. But yeah, so this is done. I'm so happy. It's my first ever Coloring Heaven book or page. Also my first time ever coloring hair and skin, so a lot of firsts with that one. And then the next book I'm going to work in is going to be this one. So I was considering either this one or the Disney one, but I figured I've already done 2 Disney pictures in this video, so I should do something else. And this is the Happy Home coloring book I was telling you about by Jessica Mazurkiewicz. I've done a couple pages in here, but definitely not in a while. And I've decided to do this page. So I'm really excited. I am going to use alcohol markers and then go in with pen and shade. So I'm definitely nervous because that's not a technique I use often, as I mentioned, but I'm excited. So I have 1 hour left before I am going to bed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting kind of tired now. 11:30 is definitely past my bedtime, but that's okay. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm watching a lot of different YouTube videos and just relaxing. So yeah, I will check in an hour. I definitely will not be able to finish this picture. You saw at which speed I work, but hopefully I will have some of the bases laid down with the alcohol markers. It is 12:30 and my 5 hours are officially done. So for this picture, I was able to lay down the marker for everything that I wanted a marker base for. I decided not to do a marker base for like these leaves here just because they're too fine of a detail. I feel like for an alcohol marker, I was worried about bleed through. So yeah, I'm excited. I really struggled with this one because the marker died really quickly. I have some older hoo-hoos I'm trying to go through. I was actually able to go, well, this picture finished off 2 of my markers. This green is now in the garbage and so is this yellow. So I will go in with colored pencils probably tomorrow and add some shading on everything, you know, do these leaves. And I'm thinking of what background color to do. I'm kind of feeling a deep burgundy. I feel like it would offset everything very nicely and kind of maybe tie in a little bit to the Christmas season. Why not? So yeah, that's how much I was able to color in 5 hours. As a wrap up, I finished 2 of my work in progress pictures and then obviously got this one started, and I'm really happy with the progress. You know, I'm happy that I was able to finish those 2 work in progress pictures because I was able to clear away the materials that I was using for those. My desk looks so much better, and because I finished the basis and the markers, I was also able to put away the markers. So overall success. And again, I'm kind of obsessed with this picture now. Really like it. And I already put away the book or the color by number. But thank you so much for watching. I really needed this. I feel like the last 5 hours really helped me, you know, with kind of a crappy situation that the trip got canceled and everything. I still have my low luggage sitting in the middle of my apartment, so I still have to take that apart, but I will do that tomorrow, or I guess today, as it's already 12:30. I am off to bed, but thank you so much to everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see everybody in the next one. Bye.